Squiddish here. Some more Assassin's Creed 3 gameplay for you. This here you're looking at in the background is me and Shenmue, 2 men against the world of wannabe hookers. But that's not the point. That's not the point. This was, I think, literally the first game of domination me and Shenmue36 had ever played. So it's kind of the I don't know what I'm doing, what is this game mode video. But it was still kind of cool, so I kept it. And then actually there's a double feature, you've probably noticed by the length of the video. And after this, there is going to be a random match of deathmatch I had really early on. That's not fantastic, but some funny stuff happened, so there it is. Not great, not really good enough games to that I feel I should really commentate over. They're kind of they're there. So they're going to be background footage while I have discourse with you fine gentlemen. Now, this, I guess you could say, is a follow-up. And this was also before Shenmue swore out smoke. This is a follow-up to the Never Die song that I put up a couple days ago. Today, we are going to actually talk about what I think about Smokebomb. Like, why I think Smokebomb is overpowered, why I think it needs to be nerfed, why I think it's imbalanced. Just kind of my actual opinions on Smokebomb. Now, I know not everyone's going to agree with me. That's fine. And I actually welcome you to put in the comment section after the video what you guys think. Whether you agree with me, if you have any counter-arguments, absolutely put them down there. This isn't my, if you like Smokebomb, you're stupid video. This is my, here's what I think, and I think this needs some actual discussion, not just people raging, oh god, Smokebomb is so broken, Smokebomb is so imbalanced, no, we don't need that. So while I kill 50 civilians and then finally get stunned because I had no fucking idea who this bitch was, let us discuss. Now, you can't really start a story in the middle. So to talk about why Smokebomb I think is more imbalanced in Assassin's Creed 3 than it has ever been, we need to start at the beginning. And by the beginning, I mean Brotherhood. Now, back in the ancient days of Brotherhood, oh Brotherhood, we love you so, we remember you so fondly, there were 3 hard stun abilities. Now, when I say hard stun, what I mean is an ability that will 100% of the time give you a kill or a stun without allowing your opponent any opportunity to retaliate, because it either overrides or outright disables their button presses. Now, in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, there were 3, and they were pretty well balanced. Obviously, Smokebomb was still around, but it was far, far less powerful than it is today. Not only could you not range throw it, you could only drop it at your feet, there was a deployment delay. A significant deployment delay. If you went into the last second, you would get killed through your smoke every day of the week and twice on Sundays. It was a very risky proposition. It was also small enough that people could consistently kill you by stopping right outside the smoke or just pressing X right outside the smoke as they came up to you. Unless you had a wider smoke blob, it was incredibly easy to get around. There was also Mute. Mute had a longer cooldown, but the trade-off was the fact that its radius was huge compared to Smoke. And in addition, it also activated instantaneously. Like I said, it did have a longer cooldown, and the other trade-off is the fact that while it did stop other players from using their own abilities, like Smokebomb does, it did not incapacitate their movement like Smoke does. So some trade-offs, each one had their own little niche. There was also Charge. Charge had a really, really long cooldown, as long as Mute's, and it only allowed you to hit one person at a time. It also required a running start. You couldn't use it last second like you did with Smokebomb and Mute. You had to have a running start, because the ability made you run full tilt at people. Which means with the way the Brotherhood detection meter worked, once you lost Incognito, it was gone forever. It was pretty difficult to get really high point kills with Charge, like you can Mute and Smoke. And what is this fighting on the border bullshit is bullshit, but whatever. Not about the video. The upside Charge had is that it would automatically detect targets and pursuers for you in a group. If you charged into a group and got at least relatively close to somebody, Charge would pick them out and nail them. A lot of people complain this was overpowered, but like I said, it affects one person, requires a running start. You can't get super high point kills with it. You can't charge poison. You can mute and smoke poison, but you can charge and face roll. This is really all you could do. They were actually really balanced. Anyone who played Brotherhood, I mean, maybe this is rose-tinted goggles. I don't know. But I played the fuck out of Brotherhood, and these abilities were really balanced. Spectacularly balanced. Very well done. Now we move on to ACR. ACR was the big game changer. AC3 is effectively a copy-paste of ACR, but ACR had a lot of major changes, namely the introduction of contested kills and the reverse detection meter, which threw balance all over the place. They also added in a fourth hard stunning ability while keeping the first three from Brotherhood. They added Tripwire Bomb. Tripwire Bomb was interesting, but at the end of the day, it could not stand up to its three brothers, simply because of the time it took to arm. It couldn't be used except way before things happened, and how easy it was to avoid by simply triggering it and then walking around it, or, even better, just not walking over to it. Not hard. Not hard at all. But it was there. It was a cool concept. I kind of liked it. Fairly well balanced. Mute remained pretty much exactly how it was before. Nothing really changed about Mute. Charge received a huge nerf because of all the crying that went on in Brotherhood about how overpowered Charge was. Charge was effectively worthless in ACR. They basically took out the ability for it to detect targets because you had to physically smash directly into somebody to actually hit them with Charge. And even then, half the time it didn't fucking work at all. They nerfed it down so much that it was basically worthless. So, not a lot of people really use Charge in ACR. It couldn't stand up to Mute or Smokebomb. Now, Smokebomb. Holy Jesus fucking Smokebomb. Received the biggest buff ever. And the ability to be thrown. The ability to throw Smokebomb was probably the worst decision Ubisoft has ever made. That was an apocalyptic freaking buff that broke it. On top of the fact that it seemed to deploy a bit faster than Brotherhood, and now with contested kills, there was less risk involved in using the Smokebomb. It was just crazy. Now, a lot of people say Smokebomb is more overpowered than it has ever been in ACR. ACR was the super overpowered Smokebomb. And yeah, Smokebomb was more powerful in ACR than AC3. But it was more balanced as well. I'll get to that in a minute. So let's move on to AC3. Smokebomb had two big changes. A big nerf to its cooldown time. 100 seconds. Long. Forever. Also received a massive buff in the fact that for the first time, Smokebomb deploys instantaneously. Smokebomb is immediate. If you throw smoke, pending gratuitous lag or getting shot or aerialed, you will not die in your own Smokebomb. It's fucking crazy how much the dodge goes off now. Now, that alone doesn't make the ability that imbalanced. I'd say, like I said, it's a bit weaker than it was in ACR. The reason it's so imbalanced is because every other viable hard stun has been removed. Mute and Charge are gone entirely. There's still Tripwire Bomb, but Tripwire Bomb was always the little ginger step kid that everyone hated in the first place. So, it's just kind of Tripwire Bomb. So if we look at this from a holistic view, what is balance? What does balance mean? What the hell does balance mean? Everyone's got their own definition of balance. If all the abilities in AC3 were balanced, and you took the best players in the game and threw them into a wanted match, which is still the meat and bones of the Assassin's Creed experience, or even a manhunt match, which is the meat and bones of team, you would see these absolute top-ranked players all using wild and versatile ability sets, because they would all be equally viable and equally balanced. You'd see Glimmer, you'd see Closure, you'd see Bodyguard, you'd see Decoy, you'd see Tripwire Bombs going down, you'd see Wipes everywhere, you'd see Firecrackers. Everything would be balanced and everyone would have their own playstyle that they liked more, that was equally viable to everything else. Well, I'm sure y'all fucking know that's not what you see. You see smoke, 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 some wipes, some wipes, some wipes, smoke, 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 poison, 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 smoke, 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 smoke. Occasionally disguised with a side of smoke and smoke. That right there I don't even need to make an argument. I don't even need to have this video. If you understand the concept of balance, let's not even talk about overpowered for the moment. Yeah, this was our first team game we ever played. Let's not even talk about overpowered for the moment. Let's just talk about balance. If you think Smokebomb is a balanced ability to the other abilities in the game, you should probably just click off this video, because I don't know what kind of mindset you're stuck in, but there's not any way I'm going to convince you otherwise. It's clearly not balanced. It's not broken overpowered. You don't throw smoke and receive 300 kills for the instantaneous fucking cardiac arrest death of everyone on the map. That'd be broken. It is overpowered. When everyone uses Smokebomb, when Smokebomb is required for competitive assassinate, when Smokebomb is required for competitive manhunt, when Smokebomb is required for fucking artifact assault, or even to play seriously against other good players. Like, if you're playing seriously and even wanted or deathmatch, you have smoke. That's all there is to it, because nothing else stands up to smoke's versatility. Let's move into the deathmatch map in the background here. Smoke combines all the functionality of wipe, knives, disruption, because it kind of fucks up their screen a bit, as much as disruption does. If you know how, it can find your target for you, and it even does a lot of the work shield does, because it stops other players' abilities from hitting you unless they are at a sufficient range, and even then, you can chuck the fucking thing at them, all into one ability. It's crazy. Now, that's about enough what I think of why it's imbalanced for now. Let's move on to just why I don't like it. Even just ignoring balance. Let's go ahead and say Smokebomb is perfectly balanced. I still don't like it. And the main reason is Smokebomb is the only ability in the game that acts as a substitute. I don't know why I killed him. Acts as a substitute for skill. Every single possible usage of Smokebomb covers up the fact that you were not skilled enough to get something done. Let's go through. What all can you do with Smokebomb? If you OSB a target to kill them, Smokebomb has covered up the fact that you were not skilled enough to approach your target stealthily and in an assassin-like manner, and that you had to use smoke in order to compensate for that. You weren't skilled enough to get the job done, but it's okay, smokes can cover you. If you throw smoke to get your focus bonus, there's no stun prompt in this game. There's no excuse for that. If you're throwing smoke to get your focus, that is simply because you were not skilled enough to get a focus bonus without using Smokebomb to save you. Same with Silencer and Incognito. If you throw smokes to get Silent or Incognito, simply covering up the fact that you do not have the skill to do it otherwise. Even defensive smoke. If you throw a smoke to get a stun, you are throwing smoke because either you or your team have failed to avoid or outsmart your pursuers. You have been defeated. Your pursuers have caught you. So you're gonna fill this gap in your skill with the smoke bomb. Smoke is the only last-second panic button, guys. There's nothing else you can throw like that. I mean, firecrackers, sort of. That's about as up there with corner stuns. It's kind of dependent on the other player's skill with the firecrackers. But smoke, it's not even close. Not even comparable what smoke does. Full incapacitation versus kind of blind. Not even close. With the instant activation and full dodging ability, it's ridiculous. Any instance where you have been outplayed or your skill has failed you, you can just fucking override that encounter by throwing a smoke bomb. Unless you're wiped or they use shield, but I'm gonna get to that right fucking now. The counters to Smoke Bomb they have introduced in Assassin's Creed 3. Let's go back to balance for a minute. The counters they have introduced are not sufficient. The counters are ineffective. The only two real counters to Smoke Bomb, other than another Smoke Bomb, are Wipe and Animus Shield. And they both have to be used preventatively. You have to throw Wipe or Animus Shield, just kind of on the fucking off chance that somebody is going to throw smoke at you. Now granted, there are morons that walk around pissing smoke, and you know when they're going to throw smoke at you because they're stupid. But if you're playing a half-decent player, you don't know if they're going to throw smoke at you until they throw smoke at you. So it's kind of a guess. You're gonna pop wipe or anima shield, just fucking hoping that with that moment they were planning on throwing smoke. Otherwise, well, you just wasted your shield cooldown, which, by the way, is just as long as Smoke's. You can't call it an effective counter when the cooldown is equally long. It's crazy. Just the whole concept of the fact that you have to carry an ability, that I have to carry shield on my right bumper, specifically to counter smoke bombs, is stupid. What other ability do you argue is balanced? Because all you have to do is sacrifice one of your ability slots, sacrifice some of your versatility to carry a hard counter or something. What other abilities even have hard counters other than the ranged ones? That's just a dumb concept in the first place. And talk about wipe. Even if you do successfully wipe your opponent, he was going to throw smoke. Oh, congratulations, you win this day. You are a hero of mankind. They still have smoke. They still have it next time you go after him. They just didn't throw it. I mean, really. Assume, let's go ahead and assume that you have ESP. You know every time your opponent's going to throw a smoke bomb at you. With your anima shield, you have enough to counter one guy's smoke bomb every time he uses it. Not everybody else's. I mean, it's... Granted, you shouldn't be able to have a constant shield on you. I'm not saying you should, but shield's cooldown should be probably half of what it is. Shield should have a base 50 or 60 second cooldown. 100 is mental. Now, a lot of you guys say, well, all you have to do is predict they're gonna use smoke, and then you use shield and spell. Okay, alright, okay. You can predict your opponent's gonna use smoke. You can use for shield. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's real cool. You're special. A person who uses smoke and frequently uses smoke can just as easily predict that you are going to use shield. This is the exact same mind game that goes down had neither of you had no abilities. This is the same rock, paper, scissors shit that this game is kind of built on. They can predict you're going to use shield and either simply not throw smoke or leave the area. It's not like they can't see and hear the going around you when your shield's on. They're just like, oh, hey, that guy put shield up. I'm going to leave the premises until it wears off, and then I'll smoke him. Or just do something else. It's simply not an acceptable counter. And I'm not even going to go into the conversation. If you think throw knives and then use anima shield is an effective counter for smoke bomb, I really don't have anything to say to you, because you legitimately think using a cooldown that is just as long as smoke, in addition to a second fucking ability to counter one ability, is balance. Really? If the only counter was knives, if the only counter to knives was hypothetically to put on a disguise and then throw wipe, would you not think knives were imbalanced? Like, that's crazy. I've had some people say, yeah, if you're trying to get a stun, and I've seen this argument, and I kind of understand, if you're trying to get a stun, you should have to use two abilities, because your pursuer has the natural advantage. You would have to use an ability anyway in order to get the stun in the first place. So you're simply using one ability to get the stun and one ability to counter their ability. That's fair. Okay. I do understand that argument. That is a logical argument. However, by your own logic, Smoke Bomb is fucking broken, because that's the only thing you have to throw. Smoke Bomb does both of those things for you. Smoke Bomb both overrides whatever abilities they were planning on using and secures you the stun. By your own logic, Smoke Bomb is overpowered. So, you're wrong. Now, with this last little bit of time we have left, how would I fix Smoke Bomb? If I were given full control of balance and the Assassin's Creed abilities, and they were told, alright, Squiddish, you're right. Fix Smoke Bomb for us. I'd be like, okay, bros, direct me to the delete button on your keyboard, and I will fix Smoke Bomb. Because, at the end of the day, smoke does not make the game any more fun. We're playing Assassin's Creed because this game is fun. Let's look at two situations. Situation A. You see your target, you're like, oh, I think he knows who I am. Fuck balls. I'm going to go up and throw offensive smoke, and I'm going to focus poison him for 650 bazillion points. That was pretty cool. Okay, I got those out of the way for variety, got my focus, got my poison done, got him. Where's my next target? Okay, pretty cool. That's nice. Second situation. You see your target, you're like, oh, crapo, I think he knows who I am. So I'm going to wheel around, I'm not going to take him this exact second. Kind of walk away, come up from a different angle, put a disguise on. He's looking for you. You walk up in a blend group disguised all sneaky and just kind of peel off right next to him without him noticing. Stand next to him with your disguise. Watch that focus meter build up. Drop a poison. And simply walk away. Watch as he starts choking in his blood group. And they're like, what the fuck just happened? I don't understand. Holy fuck, that was awesome. That was a cool fucking kill. You feel like a champion right now. Holy shit. That was the coolest thing ever. 65 bazillion points and oh god, I'm a hero. You feel amazing after you do something like that. It's ridiculously satisfying to outplay an opponent with something like that, by using stealth, by using skill, not fucking smoke. It feels awesome. I know you all know that feeling. You're like, wow, that was cool. That's some montage shit right there. That was awesome. I'm gonna put some dubstep in the background and get 65 billion views on YouTube with that. Yeah, because it's awesome. That's fucking fun. Fuck you, Anima Shield. That's awesome. You don't ever feel that with Smokebomb. Because not only is it not fun to get hit with, it's not even fun to throw. It's just kind of there. Overriding everything. Being not balanced. I would remove it. I mean, to go back to the disguise example, what makes a good ability in the first place? Let's talk about that. What makes a good ability in Assassin's Creed? A good ability, to me, in Assassin's Creed, enhances your abilities as an assassin. Gives you extra ways to approach a situation. Gives you avenues that would not normally be open to you. Allows you possibly a little bit more leeway in your stealthy approach. And makes you feel like a fucking badass when you use it properly. Like Disguise. Disguise is absolutely the perfect ability in Assassin's Creed. So close to a grab kill yet so far. Perfect ability. Nothing is better than Disguise. Other good examples. Decoy's a pretty good ability. It's all mind game. It's not a hard stun. It's not a hard kill. It's just mental. Morph's a pretty cool ability. I mean, it can be abused. The knives in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood were pretty awesome. That was a pretty cool ability. You would just, in exchange for giving yourself away and letting someone know you're coming, you were able to slow them down, stop half their avenues of escape, and lean the situation in your advantage. Honestly, Wipe and Shield are good abilities. They're great abilities. Wipe and Shield are fantastic. It's just smoke kind of ruins them. And you know, even fucking Sprint Boost. Sprint Boost for Brotherhood was a great ability. It gives you that extra burst of speed. It gives you additional ways to get into a situation or get out of a bad situation. It gives you versatility without disabling anything like Smoke does. Wipe is kind of on the edge, but yeah. You know, okay, that's what I think. Like I said, comment section. Go at it, guys. Seriously, get down there. Tell me what you think. This is Squiddish, and good fucking day, everyone.